Tonight on Tons of Schools Today, we will take a look at how one wild animal made a special delivery to the post office.
And as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the school district. Toms River Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
Hello? Ken, I'm busy right now.
That's the way we get by, the way we get by. All that's the way we get by, the way we get by. That's the way we get by, the way we get by, the way. That's the way we get by. That's the way we get by. We found a new kind of dance in a magazine. Try it out, it's like nothing you ever seen. Your sweet talk like a cup, you know it. You bought a new bag of parts, so let's make a new start. And that's the way to my heart, the way to my heart. That's the way we... The city's sleeping like a soldier trapped inside of an island. Machines can keep you breathing, but what happens when you find a new world's begun?
Hello and welcome to Tons River Schools Today for Monday, May the 21st. I'm Joey Sakowitz.
And I'm Mallory Tonra. Later on tonight, we will check out our weather.
But up first tonight, we'll take a look at our elementary schools and our elementary happenings segment.
Starting off our elementary happenings. Parents, please check out your student's website for all important information.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm RT2 with TV21's Random Fact of the Day. Did you know the $5 bill is slightly heavier than every other denomination of paper U.S. currency?
Emergency crews responded to a dairy farm in Pennsylvania Saturday evening to rescue a child that became trapped inside of a manure pit. Amy McCormick has more.
Emergency crews responded to this dairy farm in Honeybrook Township. Inside this barn, the little boy was trapped underneath in a manure pit that was 10 feet deep and spanned underneath the barn housing dairy cows.
He was unable to get to him because of the thickness of the manure. So we pulled back out and focused our efforts on ventilation.
Honeybrook Fire Company called for a team that specializes in confined agricultural rescues. Deputy Chief Jake Bailey knew they had to convince the little boy to stay still until that team arrived.
His whole body was actually setting on the manure. So he was completely above the manure, but if he would have moved around a lot, it would have been a different story. The manure is kind of like a quicksand. So the more you move, the more you sink.
Mud from the heavy rains made rescue efforts difficult. A fire engine became stuck in the mud. Fire crews repaired baseboards for crews to safely reach the child.
Once they arrived, they had guys in suits and harnesses, and we were able to send them down in with taglines and crawl across the plywood that was set up to be able to get to the child.
It's now time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold.
It's now time for us to take a look at dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is adolescent, meaning a young adult or middle-aged person who has interest, traits, etc. that are usually associated with teenagers. And now for your sentence of the day. My adolescent years were some of the worst of my life. Now we are going to take a short break. Coming up, we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather. So stick around, we'll be right back.
Moving to Intermediate East, the Poetry Slam will take place on Monday, June 11th at 6:30 p.m. in the Media Center. Please submit all poems by Monday, May 7th.
Switching to Intermediate North. Any 8th grade field hockey player going to High School North next year, there will be a parent-player meeting tomorrow at 7 at High School North in C18. Please park by the back in the gym. Any questions, email the coach at kmuller@trschools.com.
Attention 8th graders, can you sing, dance, or play an instrument? Then the pop concert is for you. All interested acts need to sign up to audition outside of B9. All acts must be 3 minutes and everyone performing in your group must be signed up and ready to audition.
It's now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day, we will bring a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Don't tap out. Teach children to turn off the water while brushing their teeth. Leaving the tap running during the recommended 2 minutes of brushing can waste up to 5 gallons of water a day.
Does not allow her disability to hold her back.
Joey.
Every day on the show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day. So stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment.
A Minnesota high school student does not allow her disability to hold her back, as David McCoy reports from St. Paul. The student shows that barriers are meant to be overcome.
Of all the sports you'd think you'd need arms for, bowling would have to be up there. How else would you carry that big heavy ball and hurl it down the lane? And yet, here is Anna Jonker-Zimmerman, showing us all that obstacles and limitations are just things meant to be overcome.
I think people are surprised. In fact, I was surprised when she said she wanted to bowl, and I said, okay, I'll bring the ramp. She says, I don't need a ramp. I go, well, how are you going to get the ball down? And she just sat down and pushed with her feet.
Anna was born with no arms, the result of a birth defect.
My mom took drugs that she wasn't supposed to.
She was born in Haiti, adopted and brought to America when she was 3. She joined the bowling team in 9th grade because, well, why wouldn't she?
It started out playing other sports, adaptive sports, and then it went into other sports all year long, and it made my health really healthy. And so I just kept going.
Normally, she does this all by herself with a chair. But here at State, her teammate Danny helps her.
I roll the ball until in the middle, so the hole would be underneath it. I'm trying to get it just perfect so it rolls correctly instead of rolling the opposite direction.
She tries really hard, and she has a great spirit to make herself successful in everything that she does.
Even the things one might think you can't do without arms. Anna's a living example that where there's a will, there's a way. For anyone, no matter what.
It made me feel really proud and that they can do anything that they want.
A black bear wandered into a post office on Colorado Thursday night and got stuck inside. It made quite a mess before wildlife officials had to euthanize the animal. Jill Hillen has the story.
When the post office opened, the post lady banged on my door and said she needed to borrow my phone because there was a bear in the post office. And sure enough, he had let himself in the door and couldn't get out.
When she finally got in to check it out, it was obvious he had been in there a while.
Put paw prints all over the glass and ripped down anything in there that was not attached firmly. The only stuff in the lobby is really like the packaging that they sell, the boxes and the envelopes, and newspapers and books. So he got into all that stuff, but no mail.
When it was clear that the bear was safely inside, New brought her kids to peek through the window.
Word got out and quite a few people started showing up to check him out. So thankfully he was really calm and docile.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife tranquilized and removed the bear. It wasn't the first time he had gotten into trouble. New says it's just one of the risks of living in the mountains.
We are in bear country, so we expect to have them rummaging around a little in town in the spring when they wake up.
It's now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings. Tom's River Schools Today will be right back.
Every year, mothers lose their babies to gun crimes. You'll always be your mother's baby. So before you commit a gun crime, think about who you'll leave behind. Gun crimes hit home.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid.
Starting off our high school happenings, at North, every Wednesday is Green Day. Remember to wear green to help get the word out about the need for recycling and energy conservation.
Also at North, are you looking to play Dungeons & Dragons? Come to C14 after school every other Tuesday and make new friends.
Seniors, if you have been accepted to a college institution or a higher learning center, please bring a copy of your letter of acceptance to guidance office. Seniors, don't forget to go to the guidance office and check out the scholarships that are available. Make sure that you apply for several scholarships.
At East, attention students and staff, the school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Radel apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for after school. Practices, stop, it's soon. It's time to get Raiderized.
For all those interested in going on the last History Club trip of the year to Washington, D.C., see Mr. Cohen in room E5B for a permission slip. The trip will be held on Saturday, June 9th, and will be available to the first 150 students who handed their money and permission slip. The cost of the trip is $45. Who wants to be a part of the Relay for Life? Join us every Friday in room W30 after school to be a part of planning and fundraising.
The High School East Bible Club. Interested in studying the Bible with fellow students at High School East? Then join the Bible Club. This is a club by students. A topic from the Bible and for teaching and discussion are chosen by the students. All teaching is done by students. All discussions are led by students. Interested? The Bible Club meets every Monday after school in the Media Center. The robotics team will meet every Wednesday and Thursday after school in S21 until 3:30. The computer club will meet every Tuesday after school in S21 until 2:30.
Would you want to attend the Prom in Style this year? Did you know that High School East has a closet filled with the most beautiful evening gowns and dresses? If you want to feel like Cinderella too, make an arrangement today with Miss Steinhardt in the Media Center to find that special prom dress just for you.
High School East, did you know that there are 3 million students that are absent each month because they feel unsafe at school? Make a difference in someone's life today by making a new friend, sitting with a new group at lunch, or joining a new club or sport.
Need help with your college entrance essays? Having difficulty with that research paper, or would you just want another set of eyes to proofread your assignments? The Writing Center provides tutors to help with all types of writing assignments. The Writing Center is now open every Tuesday and Thursday after school in W20. Ask your English teacher for more further details.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
Hi, I'm Ben Cagno, and this is what grinds my gears. When you're having a conversation with someone while they're eating food and you get food all over you.
It's now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we'll take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Tell me your schools today. We'll be right back.
Crowded hallways are the loneliest places for outcasts and rebels, or anyone who just dares to be different. And you've been trying for so long to find out where your place is, but in their narrow minds there's no room for anyone who dares to do something different. Oh, but listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was sticks and stones. Those words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible. Sing a song for the broken hearted. When I shout it out loud.
Starting off sports, a Florida Little Leaguer lost 4 of his fingers in an ATV accident. Now, supporters from all over have come forward to help this 9-year-old. Jennifer Vaglas has more.
9-year-old Landon Marizone is hard to strike out. Life hasn't always been a home run for the Little Leaguer. Riding on an ATV with a friend last March, when his mother, Nikki, said the unexpected occurred.
He was out there just having fun, driving it around. And the next thing I knew, my daughter was coming back to the house and telling me that her brother had passed away.
Trapped under the vehicle, Nikki came to his rescue.
I didn't think that there was any help for the hand and the fingers at that point, but I knew that he was alive and he was okay. And that's all that mattered.
Rushing Landon to the hospital.
He lost about 3/4 of his left hand, so they were able to save the thumb and the bottom half of his palm.
Undergoing 7 surgeries since, with a long road ahead.
We know that there's hope for something, that technology's improved, so the surgeon has told us to stay strong, that there is hope on the other end of this.
Landon refuses to give up his passion, learning how to play with his non-dominant hand.
I hit better now, and I catch better.
Started having an attitude change around and was like, okay, I can do this, I'm gonna do this. Instead of saying I can't, he walks around saying I can and I will.
Receiving support from the Tampa Bay Bucks' one-handed defense event, JPP. Saturday, Geckos on Cattleman Road hosts a fundraiser from 4 to 7 for Landon.
We didn't realize that Landon not only is our family, but he's touched so many people around us. Our friends, our family, the companies, just our community in general. It has been an amazing outpour of love and support.
In Sarasota, Jennifer Vaglas, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
Just keep on trying.
Let's now take a look at your 3-day forecast. For tomorrow, there is a chance of rain with a high of 66 and a low of 61. On Wednesday, it will be cloudy with a high of 78 and a low of 60. And finally, on Thursday, it will be sunny with a high of 77 and a low of 57.
And wrapping up tonight's show, thousands of Bay Area runners and walkers braved this year's Bay to the 107th running of the 7-mile iconic race across San Francisco did not disappoint with lots of creative costumes and style. Neighbors say this year runners seem to be on their best behavior. Cornell Bernard reports.
It's like that for Phyllis Nabhan. She's celebrating her 35th year running.
I just love it. This is my most fun day of the whole year.
Sky 7 overhead as runners took off from Main and Howard Streets. Some 40,000 people, according to organizers. For a while there, a bunch of grapes was leading the pack. But men's elite runner, Philemon Chaboy from Kenya, finished first at the Great Highway for the second year in a row. His time, 35 minutes, 41 seconds.
The race was very windy. The course is very nice, but the rest today was very windy.
Jane Kibbe, also from Kenya, was the women's winner for the second year in a row with a time of 40 minutes. An endless stream of weird, creative costumes not far behind.
Go Sparta!
What kind of butterflies are you?
The happy kind.
These squids had a rough swim.
We got a little inked at the panhandle, but somehow we made it through. I'm a unicorn startup. Do you get it?
We do now. In the Panhandle, the race turned into a party. We found police confiscating alcohol from people. It's not allowed on the course. Here on Fell Street, many neighbors have a love-hate relationship with Beta Breakers. Some people love it. Some people really hate it, especially all the trash. This neighbor built a barricade around his house to discourage public urination.
Sometimes they get up here, they use the restroom, or they broke my stairs.
Other neighbors say things are pretty calm compared to years past.
I'm fine with this. This is pretty chill.
Party on, Beta Breakers. In San Francisco, Cornell Bernard, ABC 7 News.
Well,
remember, if you have a story you'd like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it to Interschool Mail to the TV21 studio at your high school east, or if you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch this show as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. From Times for Schools Today, I'm Mallory Tonra.
And I'm Joey Sakowitz. Have a great night.